I'm so excited. We're on this awesome meeting that I've just had with Josh. Now, this is Carina from BreakFearFindFreedom, and I'm sure you will remember Josh. Josh, we spoke maybe about a year ago. Wow, a year already ago. That's insane, Josh. What's up with that?
Time flies when you're having fun.
I know, right? And we on a mission because we've just had this beautiful meeting. Because what are we doing, Josh? What is all this excitement? What is happening right now?
We've got a seed in our hands and we're birthing a movement. Yes, we are.
I love it. So tell me a bit more about this movement. Come on.
Okay, so it's I think the human heart is craving the heaven that it remembers. We've got amnesia about heaven. We're craving meaning and purpose and connection. And so, like Augustine says, the heart is restless until it finds its rest in God, what we were created for. And so I think that through COVID, everything that we thought we were building our lives on collapsed. And so we're saying, yes, that old system, that old rat race that they had us in, that's not the way things are meant to be. I think that the dawn of spirituality has always been about creating heaven on earth. So we're going to take little steps to try to bring that into our reality through a movement called Azlanz Way. Azlanz Way. So Aslan is the mystical lion from the Narnia series, which is a big allegory for Christianity, written by C.S. Lewis. So the lion who lies within a world that's within closets, right within your world, there's a secret dimension that you can access through your mind. So it fuses spirituality and mental health. It's going to be sweet.
I know. It's so exciting, especially now with mental health being such a huge topic. And we find it all the time. I work in the homeless community every week, and there's just such a lack of meaning and purpose, and there's that ache. I think we're craving for community and craving for something. So we on such a beautiful path, people. This is just a little taste of what's to come, because today we had our first meeting, okay? But we're looking at having something really awesome happening within the next few months, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So watch the space. This is going to be our space Thursdays, every Thursday, just to keep you updated of what's happening so that you can come in and tell us what you think, because that's what it's about, right? Isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, I really think it's about the community and about, in Western individualism, we've been cut off from the rest of what we are so much. We think we've got to make it all ourselves. We don't have to make it all ourselves. I think what we're trying to do by this video is just model the authenticity when we start something. What's it like starting something? And you guys are really the part of it. You guys are the part that makes it a coherent whole. And your ideas, your vision, even your critiques are really welcome and valuable, because the Bible has this metaphor that humanity is all a body. And if we had a bunch of eyes but no hands, we'd see a lot, but we wouldn't get anywhere. If we had a bunch of feet and hands but no eyes, we'd be bumping into everything, not knowing where to go. So we all have these different specialties, and when we combine together, we're creating something that's larger than the sum of our parts. So yeah, we're going to have an event probably in late August. We've got 2 locations that we're looking at, both of them absolutely beautiful, both of them primed for what I believe is this new birth that's kind of burgeoning around the corner. Just this last weekend, there were 4,100 baptisms at Pirates Cove in Orange County. That's where the Jesus movement was birthed. And so he's moving again, and he always moves in fresh ways. The lion is on the move. And so how do you sense God moving in your life? Or what does God look like in your life? I know a lot of people have an aversion to Christianity because the church has messed up a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's science also created the atom bomb. So we could ditch all of science because, it creates bad things. So we don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. We know for sure that religion made a lot of mistakes. But the heart of that religion and the new vision that it opens us up to is alive and well now as ever.
Yes. So you know what? People call it different things, right? You can call it the universe, you can call it spirituality, but at the end of the day, it's about that meaning and purpose, and about actually embodying the true meaning, truth and faith and trust, right? And that's just the bottom of it, and then taking it from there. Of course, the community is really important here.
Yeah, that's right. So what's it like in your life, Carina? Like, how do you find your meaning and purpose and your faith and your trust?
So of course, I've also got an aversion to religion, okay? Because for me, religion's based on fear. Fear is not part of my life. I break fear, find freedom, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the freedom is about going out and it's just about love. So, and I know that sounds very Pollyannish, right? But I'm talking about heart-centered, like we spoke at the beginning. It's heart-centered and connecting with people and knowing. It's just a knowing that everything works out perfectly. And if we work together and we lift each other up, we can create anything and create heaven on earth.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe that's our mandates. I mean, that's what we were supposed to do, even in the Garden of Eden. We weren't just going to kick it there. Our goal was to create, to morph it and do gardening work and create the paradise that we want. Like, I think we do find our meaning and purpose in building together and in helping our vision to become tangible. And it's like you say, we've been held captive by fear for so long in so many different ways. Like, literally, if you think back to the exam system, the exam penalizes for the ones that you get wrong.
Yes.
And you're on a time crunch. I got to get it right. It's fear. It's fear-based mentality, and the truth will set us free. And the truth is that the odds are stacked in our favor.
Yes.
Everything is so stacked in our favor.
Yes.
It's sick.
Yes. I love that because we taught that failure is like you fail. It's the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
We're all going to die if we fail. Meanwhile, that's where you learn and that's where you grow and that's where you meet different people and that's when you allow your imagination to flow. And again, who knows where it goes from here? It's just like, wow, just all the possibilities and just the wonder of this beautiful unfolding as we go along. It's so exciting.
That's what it is, yeah. Like it's through the mistakes and the kind of when things go wrong that some of the most valuable lessons are to be learned. And some of the biggest character formations, like now, as we have this vision for what this can become. But it's a step. It takes a bunch of steps to be able to articulate that vision, to be able to put it in like kind of discernible ways for different audiences, for different age groups. We're talking about ingraining Web3 into tangible reality. Now, if we're reaching older audiences, no one knows what Web3 is. If we're reaching younger audiences, no one knows what tangible reality is. So we need different pitch decks for different people. But I think it's cool to just be open about like our process as we start this, because maybe you guys want to start something, or maybe you're watching this in the future and you're like, how did all of this happen? And so I think like just today that we picked apart a whole bunch of the strategies that we were doing. We kept the gems and we ditched the rest, because that's how you trim bushes so that it directs the life force. The things that are just going to dissipate energy, you cut those off. So we've decided for this episode to focus on the event in August. What is your vision for the event, Carina?
For me, the event is about community, about changing the perception about mental health, about possibility, and realizing that if we come together as a community, we just can grow. And it's about like lifting each other up. And it's not about competition, it's about collaboration and cooperation. And if we can do that and just bring people together and enjoy this experience, because it's going to be an experience, and come out transformed, even with just something small or changing one person, that is a win. And then it just grows from there.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, it's an experience, like you said. And we're going to be having it in nature. It's a beautiful, natural environment, because nature's filled with symbolism, with richness, with literally like spiritual energy that's there to be imbibed. And when we all get together, it kind of takes on a life of its own, and we'll be able to sense something that's not of this world.
Yes,
like we're in the world, but not of the world.
Yes,
and we're going to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. So some of the things that we're going to do are we're going to engage in like active imagination exercises based on Ignatian spirituality, where you envision a biblical passage and put yourself there. And it's weird because we did this in seminary. It starts to take on a life that you're not doing. It's like, wait a minute, how's that guy wearing like red bows on his sandals? I never would have came up with that myself. And as we explore that in the group, someone's like, oh, red bows? That's weird, because I literally this morning, I got a gift of a red bow from my mom. And then it's like, wait a minute, we're onto something here. Yes. So that's one example. Yes. And I kind of silent forest walks, like forest bathing. So you're just all walking in the community. Imagine doing that in Carlsbad or something. All of us like cruising around just silently, maybe like 30 people.
Yes.
Just crossing the street, just completely silent, or we have a sign saying this is a silent meditation. Join in the front and lead. That's just different. Just these kind of countercultural things that can shake us and wake us up from this daydream that we're in. I think that could be pretty profound.
Yes. I love that. And just think about all these exciting things. And it's like when you're writing a story, right? I mean, I'm an author, right? And your characters just come alive, and how they get a world, their life of their own, and you can start speaking to them, because it's not me who's writing this. When I do my coaching, it's the same kind of thing. I always say to my clients, you know what? I'm not going to remember any of this because it's not me who's doing this. It's a higher being or whatever it is, and that's exciting. So we experience the spirituality, and with that comes meaning and purpose, right?
100%. It's a map of our psyche. It's a map of the outer world, and then we see how the map of the psyche and the outer world mesh together. It's like, whoa, it's the same map.
Yes.
But I think that's so cool, like how you're talking about writing our own stories. And we're story-making beings as human, and the stories we tell ourselves about what we are, who we are, that really frames the decisions that we make. And something like 75% of authors say that they can hear the voice of their characters in their minds. And like, I think it was Mark Twain, one time he tripped out because he saw his character coming towards him on the street. He like crossed and walked on the other side.
Yes.
It becomes so real.
Yes.
There's an Adam Sandler movie where he like tells these stories and then they happen the next day. I think we're doing that now. We're making this YouTube because we're telling the story and watch it's going to happen the next day.
Yes.
And so you guys, what parts do you want in the story? What is guiding you? What is leading you? We'd love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts in the comments, or like send us messages and stuff. It'd be really fun.
Yes, we'd love that, because then you start seeing it's true. You start seeing the synchronicities, and that's the exciting thing.
Yeah.
So it's when you almost start speaking psychically to each other
100%.
Because the synchronicities just show up. And it's just this past week that I've experienced that with a few things. It's like, whoa, how did you know that? And where are you? Are you in my head?
Wow.
That's insane.
Yes, telepathy is a real thing. They've done a lot of studies. The odds against chance of it are 1 × 10 to the 104th power. So there is telepathy. In my mental health experiences, people like my brother were saying that I was reading his mind verbatim.
Yes.
And in the Bible, Jesus was able to read people's minds. He knew what they were thinking. It says he knew what they were thinking, and so he called them out on it. We can access this level of connection if we do kind of sink down into a deeper level. So that's what we're going to tangibly experience in August.
Yes.
So any final thoughts there, Carina? Or what do you think?
Well, I think this is awesome. Watch the space every week, right? So that you can see how this grows. And mark your calendar. Well, we don't know the date exactly, but it'll be in August. Late August. We'll tell you. We'll give you result. We'll give you, and it'll be in San Diego. So mark that date and come and join us. Let's create this movement and let's find a global meaning and purpose and change the world. Like, it starts with us, right?
Yes, it does. Come on now, let's change the world.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh. That was awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Man.
We will see you next week. So awesome. See ya. What? Bye. Oh, peace. Yeah, peace.